Alrighty, folks, it's Zach back with another video. Back from the holidays, which means we're in our home gym again. Got all the equipment we need, so time to get serious with the massing. Getting ready, we've got an actual date for our competition in August. It is looking like it's going to be on the 23rd as of right now, which sets the timeline about where I had it before. So that'll be massing until about May, beginning of May, and then start the cut then. I may do a little May. I might do a little mini cut at some point for like 2 to 4 weeks or something like that. But the fat gain so far from bulking hasn't been too bad, so I think I'll probably just stay the course for now. Weighed in this morning, and this is after travel and everything. I think my activity level was so high when I was traveling that I probably didn't gain much weight, even though I was eating all kinds of yummy what would be considered cheat foods, I guess. Pizza and, like big old burritos and nachos and stuff like that. But yeah, ended up not really gaining much. I might have actually ended up losing weight because I was averaging like 18 to 20,000 steps each day. So we're about where we were whenever we left. So, and thankfully it kind of coincided with the deload, so I didn't have to do too much craziness with my diet there. But yeah, back up here for leg day, starting off with the high bar back squat. It's going to be the same exercises for this macro cycle, although on our other 2 days, our push and our pull day, I did end up swapping out exercises. So whenever we do those, which tomorrow will be push day, whenever I do that, I'll fill you guys in with what changed on there. But yep, high bar back squat today, followed by straight leg deadlifts, then reverse Nordic curls, and dumbbell calf raises. And then I'm seriously considering, because one of the things I really want to grow, which, they've gotten quite a bit bigger over the last year or so, are my calves, which I think, everyone can kind of sympathize or empathize with that, because they seem to be one of those body parts that tends to lag behind. And it's probably because it appears that training calves at the beginning of your workout and doing, training them like anything else that you're trying to bring up, doing it while they're fresh and you can really pump a ton of stimulus into them, is probably the best way to do it. So I'm considering moving calf raises to either the push or the pull day and do them at the beginning of the workout. That way they're super fresh and I can just fry them and they get a real good stimulus. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, if I should swap those out, if you think that's a good idea or not. I'm not really sure what to do at this point, but I'm definitely leaning towards it. So looks like we're getting into the straight leg deadlifts here, looking pretty cheeked up. These are feeling real nice too. That deload did wonders for my right hamstring, which is the same side. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I've mentioned that I had an injury in high school where I actually tore the epiphyseal plate. It's colloquially called the growth plate on my hip bone. And so basically I was unable to use a portion of my hamstring for a while, and thankfully it didn't require surgery. But that right leg has always had, it's kind of like lagged behind. And you may even notice too, whenever I'm doing my squats, that I have this, I don't know if, it's got to be some sort of compensation thing going on, but I tend to squat with one foot in front of the other. Like I'll have my right foot forward more. I'm not sure what the mechanics are there, but it's something I've had to work on, and I think that same injury is probably causing my right hamstring to lag a little bit. So, but after that deload, it's feeling really good. Usually it's tight throughout the whole macro cycle, so we'll see what that looks like here in a couple weeks, but as of right now, it's feeling really good. So next exercise coming up here, we got those reverse Nordics. These, I'm really starting to feel these, right? It can take 3, 4, 5, 6, even like up to like 10 sessions using especially a brand new exercise you've never done before. It can really take a long time for it to feel good and for you to be able to do it in a way where you're getting a great burn and a really good stimulus. So these are starting to feel great, and part of the reason is you'll notice I'm going down till I get that big stretch, and then when I come up, I'm stopping before I get back to parallel. And so the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to keep tension, which is one of the one of the primary causes of hypertrophy in muscular tissue. So doing that little adjustment there, doing what's essentially a long length partials on these Nordic curls has made it a much more stimulative exercise. So yeah, feeling super good after the deload. Had a pretty significant amount of what's called perturbation, which is after you finish a workout. Like if you try to, for example, after this workout, if I like, almost like, horses kind of kick the dirt back. I'm sure there's a term for that, but they do that little, same with like dogs after they go to the bathroom, they'll kick their feet and like kick the grass up. If you try to do that after you do a hard leg day and you just stick your foot and then try to like push against the ground, it feels weird. It feels like the muscle's not working the way it should. That's perturbation. So got a significant amount of that in my quads, hamstring, glutes, and my calves. So it's safe to say I stimulated some hypertrophy today. And it's nice knowing some of those indicators like perturbation, or another one most of you are probably familiar with is people call it DOMS, DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. So just getting sore after you work out, essentially. That's a pretty good signal that, you're stimulating hypertrophy in whatever muscle you're trying to. So if you're getting sore, your muscles feel funky after you work out, it shouldn't hurt per se. I mean, being sore can hurt sometimes, especially if you get into the gym after not going for a while and you really blast yourself. You can be in some significant pain of 2 to 3 days after that. But like your joints and stuff like that, you really shouldn't be feeling pain after you work out. So if you are feeling pain, like if you do, say you do a set of squats or something like that, or 2 or 3 sets, and after your knee is just, in excruciating pain, that's probably a sign that you may want to have someone look at your form, or, just ask somebody who either trains people or knows what they're doing to check out your form to see if there's anything you can tweak. Because everybody's body is a little bit different. Some people it might be, squatting with a narrow stance versus a wide stance. A narrow stance maybe stimulates their quads way more. They get a, massive pump and their quads are super sore, versus someone else who might squat the same way and their glutes are just burning. And that's, just differences in people's anatomy can change the way people move through space, which means the load, causes varied tension on the different musculature involved in whatever exercise you're performing. So it's always a good idea to, play around with that stuff, play around with your stance, play around with the way that you squat, maybe the tempo. If slowing down the eccentric and pausing at the bottom gives you like a crazy stimulus in your quads and that's what you're going for, use that technique. There's no one size fits all when it comes to training, because it really depends on what your goals are, what you're trying to do. and what your body's like, how your body responds to certain things. Like, for me in these straight leg deadlifts, if I probably could come in here on these leg days and do like 3 to 4 sets of those, but my quads would be absolutely fried. The DOMs I get from them are just insane. It's a super high raw stimulus magnitude for me, which basically means like how much bang for your buck. So something like leg curls might not be as much of a stimulus for me, whereas those straight leg deadlifts just absolutely fry me. So, it's worth looking into these things. Maybe ask someone if you got something you're confused about, or you're interested in maybe tweaking something. Drop a comment. Maybe someone can help you out. But I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll see you guys tomorrow for our push day. And probably do another physique update. I might do it at the end of the... I definitely will do one at the end of the macro cycle, but I might do one in about 3 weeks, so we'll see. But I'm going to head out. Hope you all have a good one.